One key area that coaches might like to think about in terms of mental framework and training is this area of confidence.
I know English players are hardworking, and I know they're going to be receptive because I know they would have been very disappointing what happened in the World Cup. They would have felt like they let the country down, and I'm sure they're going to be wanting to come back and put that England shirt on and play with a pride and passion that hasn't been seen for a long time.
I think it's possibly one of the most important elements of high levels of performance, because we can do the training, we can put ideas into people's head, but as we've mentioned, when pressure kicks in, things change. And the best players are likely to perform at a high level if they are confident, if they feel good about themselves. So one of the key things a coach has to do is create an environment where people feel confident. And there are many ways to make people feel confident. First of all is clearly understanding what the coach wants of you, understanding what is needed within the game. So becoming a student of the game is a key element of being a confident player.
I just felt Maro's ready to play against Ireland where there's a big aerial threat, and so his skills in that area will come in handy. He's really applied himself. You know, it's all about how hard you work, how quick you learn, and he's done that. He's put some things in place that he didn't do before, so really pleased the way he's going. He's a pretty laid-back boy. You know, some of the players call him the chosen one, so he gets a bit of stick within the team, which is good. So he's got to be able to handle that. But he's a level-headed, bright boy, and I think he's going to be able to handle it.
Then it's the way in which we create the environment about that player that makes them feel good about themselves. And one key thing to think about is the way in which we give feedback, particularly on the positive. It's very easy as a coach to pick out the low-hanging fruit, those things players didn't do well. The interesting thing is that if we constantly give feedback on what they're not doing well, their confidence tends to drop, their self-esteem goes down with it, and as a result, the things they're actually good at, they tend to drop as well. I'd like you to think in a slightly different way. When you're giving feedback, when you're giving coaching, try to identify the positive, try and look for those things they're really good at, and get them even better at those things. After all, you probably picked them for what they're good at, not for what they're not so good at.
Daly's just gone away, worked at his game, fixed up some things. His attitude's been first class, and it really suits our bench to have him in there.
So if you pick them for what they're good at, coach them and get them even better at those things. So create a positive environment and give your players confidence.